Most people are searching for success, searching for opportunity, searching for money, searching for the right moment, but they are searching in the wrong place. Because success is not outside of you. It is inside of you. It is built. It is developed. It is earned. Day by day, choice by choice, habit by habit. Now listen carefully. The moment you decide to work on yourself, everything begins to change. Your thinking changes. Your discipline changes. Your direction changes. And slowly, your results begin to change. For things to change, you have to change. That is where everything starts. Not with luck, not with timing, not with circumstances, but with you. And in this message, you are going to discover something powerful. How to build yourself into a person that success cannot ignore. Because when you work on yourself, consistently, deeply, honestly, success has no choice but to find you. For things to change, you have to change. That is where success begins. Not outside of you, inside of you. Most people want a better life, more money, more opportunities, more success, but they don't want to change themselves. And that is the conflict, because your life cannot improve. If you remain the same person, let that sink in. If your habits stay the same, your thinking stays the same, your discipline stays the same, your future will stay the same too. You cannot keep doing the same things and expect different results. Now listen carefully. Success is not something you chase first. It is something you attract by the person you become. That means your focus must shift. Stop asking, how do I become successful? And start asking, how do I become valuable? Because value attracts opportunity. A disciplined person attracts trust. A focused person attracts progress. A growing person attracts success. Now let's be honest. Changing yourself is difficult. It requires responsibility. And responsibility is heavy. Because once you take responsibility, you can no longer blame everyone else. Not your past, not your circumstances, not other people. You begin to realize your future is connected to your choices. The day you graduate from childhood is the day you take full responsibility for your life. That is maturity. Now understand this deeply. The quality of your life depends on the quality of your mindset. If you think negatively, you act negatively. If you think weakly, you live weakly. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your future. That's why personal development matters so much. Reading, learning, improving, growing. These are not small things. They are life-changing habits. Because every day you work on yourself, you build a stronger foundation, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and slowly, your confidence begins to grow. Not fake confidence, real confidence, the kind built through discipline, the kind built through progress. Confidence comes from discipline and training. Now here's the mistake most people make. They wait for motivation. They wait to feel ready. But successful people understand something important. Action comes first. Feeling comes later. You do not become disciplined by thinking about discipline. You become disciplined by practicing it. One small habit at a time. Waking up earlier. Keeping promises to yourself. Using your time wisely. Controlling distractions. Small actions. Repeated daily. And over time, those small actions change your identity. You stop seeing yourself as weak. You stop seeing yourself as average, because now you are becoming someone different. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. That's the formula, not magic, not luck, discipline. Now let's go deeper. When you begin changing yourself, some people will not understand. They may question you, mock you, doubt you. Why? because growth makes comfortable people uncomfortable. But do not let that stop you. Your future is too important. Your potential is too valuable. And remember this, you are not changing to impress others. You are changing to become your best self. That is the mission, to become stronger, wiser, more focused, more disciplined, because the person you become determines the life you live. Now think about this carefully. Every successful person you admire started with self-development. Before the success, there was growth. Before the recognition, there was discipline. Before the results, there was preparation. And the same principle applies to you. If you want more from life, become more intentional, more responsible, more committed. And little by little, your life will begin to change. Not overnight, but steadily. Because real success is built from the inside out. Do not wait for your circumstances to improve first. Improve yourself first. Because when you change, everything around you begins to change too. So start today. Work on your mindset. Work on your habits. Work on your discipline. And remember, the beginning of success is changing yourself first. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Think about that for a moment. Most people spend years working on a paycheck, but very little time working on themselves. They improve their company, but neglect their own growth. They build someone else's dream while ignoring their own potential. And then they wonder why life never truly changes. Because success begins with self-development. Not once in a while, every day. Success is a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. That means growth must become a lifestyle, not an event. You cannot work on yourself for 1 week and expect your entire life to transform. Growth requires consistency, daily discipline, daily learning, daily improvement, little by little, step by step. Now listen carefully. Most of the growth that changes your life will happen quietly. No applause, no recognition, no immediate reward. And that is where many people stop, because they want visible results too quickly. They want success immediately, but success takes time. A tree does not grow overnight, and neither do you. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. That is the mindset. Every day, ask yourself, how can I improve today? Not perfectly, just progressively. Maybe today you become more disciplined. Maybe today you control your emotions better. Maybe today you learn something valuable. Small improvements matter, because small improvements, repeated consistently, create extraordinary results. Now understand something powerful. The world rewards value, not excuses, not potential, value. And value is created through personal growth. The more skilled you become, the more disciplined you become, the more reliable you become, the harder you become to ignore. That is why working on yourself matters. Now let's talk about silence, because one of the most powerful things you can do is grow quietly. Most people announce everything, their plans, their goals, their dreams. But powerful people, they work in silence, and they let results speak for them. Don't talk about what you're going to do. Show it. Because talking creates temporary satisfaction. But action creates transformation. So instead of trying to impress people with words, impress yourself with discipline. Wake up earlier. Read more. Learn more. Think better. Use your time wisely. And keep doing it, even when nobody notices. That is where true growth happens. In private. Now let's be honest. Working on yourself daily is not easy. Some days you will feel motivated. Other days you won't. But discipline is not based on feelings. It is based on commitment. Discipline is doing what you know you should do, even when you don't feel like it. And that is the difference between average people and exceptional people. Average people wait for inspiration. Successful people create habits, because habits shape identity. What you repeatedly do, you eventually become. If you repeatedly waste time, you become careless. If you repeatedly improve yourself, you become powerful. That is how transformation happens. Now here's something important. Do not compare your progress to others. Your journey is personal. Some people grow fast. Some grow slowly. But the key is this: keep growing, because every day you work on yourself, you are building something invisible: confidence, wisdom, mental strength, self-respect, and eventually, those invisible qualities create visible results. People will suddenly notice your growth. Your mindset is stronger. Your communication is sharper. Your discipline is different. And they will think it happened overnight. But you will know the truth. It happened daily, quietly, consistently. Successful people become successful because they form the habit of doing successful things. That's the secret. Not shortcuts, not luck, habits. Work on yourself every single day. Not because it's easy, but because your future depends on it. And stop seeking attention for your efforts. Let your growth speak. Let your discipline speak. Let your results speak. Because eventually, when you become valuable enough, success will have no choice but to find you. Success is not to be pursued. It is to be attracted by the person you become. Let that idea settle in, because most people are chasing success, running after it, hoping for it, waiting for it. But success does not respond well to chasing. Success responds to value, and value is something you become, not something you pretend, not something you wish for. It is built day by day, habit by habit. You don't get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour. Think about that carefully. The marketplace does not reward effort alone. It rewards usefulness. It rewards contribution. It rewards value. Now here is the question you must ask yourself. Am I becoming more valuable every day? Not just busy, not just active, but valuable. Because there is a difference. Busy people fill their time. Valuable people build their future. Now listen carefully. When you become more valuable, you don't have to chase opportunities. Opportunities begin to notice you. People begin to notice you. Life begins to respond to you differently. Not because the world changed, but because you changed. When you change, everything changes for you. Now let's go deeper. Value is not just skills. It is discipline. It is attitude. It is consistency. It is reliability. A person who shows up every day becomes valuable. A person who keeps their word becomes valuable. A person who improves themselves daily becomes valuable. And over time, that value compounds like interest. Slow at first, then powerful, then undeniable. Now understand this truth. You don't need to be the best. You just need to become better than you were yesterday. Because improvement is what creates momentum. And momentum creates results. Small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements. That is how value is built. Not in big moments, but in daily choices. What you do when no one is watching. What you choose when it's difficult. What you repeat when it gets boring. That is where value is created. Now here is where many people fail. They want quick recognition, quick success, quick results. But value does not grow quickly. It grows quietly, behind the scenes, in silence, in discipline. And then one day, everything changes. People see your growth. People feel your presence. People respect your consistency. And they wonder, how did this happen? But you know the answer. It was not sudden. It was daily. The things that matter most are never in a rush. Now let's talk about competition. You don't need to compete with others. That is a distraction. Compete with your yesterday self. That is where real progress is made. Because the goal is not to be better than others. The goal is to become better than you were. Stronger, more disciplined, more focused, more valuable. Now understand this deeply. When you focus on becoming valuable, you stop worrying about approval. You stop chasing validation. You stop needing constant recognition because value speaks for itself. Your work will speak for you when your words cannot. Now let's bring this home. Every skill you develop, every habit you build, every discipline you maintain, it is increasing your value. And that value is what shapes your future. Not luck, not shortcuts, not timing, value. So stop asking, how do I get success? And start asking, how do I become more valuable? Because once you become valuable enough, success doesn't need to be chased. It starts coming to you. Opportunities find you. People respect you. Doors open for you. Not because you forced them, but because you became ready. Success is something you attract by the person you become. Focus on growth. Focus on discipline. Focus on becoming better every day. Because when you become valuable enough, success will have no choice but to find you. Success is not just about what you do. It is about how you think. Let that settle in, because everything in your life begins in your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, your inner dialogue. That is where your future is created. Now listen carefully. Two people can face the same situation, same opportunity, same challenge, same circumstances, but their results will be completely different. Why? Because their thinking is different. One thinks, this is impossible. The other thinks, this is possible. One stops. The other continues. And that small difference in thinking creates a massive difference in life. You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. And that direction starts in the mind. Now understand this. Your mindset is like a lens. It shapes how you see everything. If your mindset is weak, everything looks difficult. If your mindset is strong, challenges become opportunities. The same world, different interpretation. Now let's go deeper. Most people are not limited by talent. They're limited by thinking. They think too small. They doubt too much. They fear too often. And slowly, that thinking becomes their reality. Because what you repeatedly think, you eventually believe. And what you believe, you eventually become. As a man thinks, so he becomes. That is a timeless truth. Now listen carefully. If you want to change your future, you must first change your thoughts, because your thoughts lead your actions, and your actions lead your results. So if you want better results, start with better thinking. Now here is the challenge. Changing your mindset is not easy, because your old thinking feels comfortable, even if it is limiting you, even if it is holding you back, even if it is keeping you stuck. It still feels familiar. And familiarity is powerful, but dangerous. What is familiar is not always what is best for you. Now let's talk about fear. Fear is a product of thinking, not reality. Most fears are imagined, not experienced. People fear failure, fear rejection, fear judgment. But those fears often never happen. Yet they still control decisions. And that is the trap. Because fear-based thinking creates a small life. But growth-based thinking creates a powerful life. Now here is the truth. You cannot eliminate fear, but you can outgrow it. How? By strengthening your mindset through learning, through discipline, through action. Every time you act, despite fear, you weaken it. And every time you avoid fear, you strengthen it. So the direction you choose matters. Now let's bring it together. Your mindset is not fixed. It can be developed. It can be trained. It can be strengthened. But only if you work on it daily, consistently, intentionally. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job, because your job can give you a living, but your mindset gives you a life. Now understand this deeply. Your future is not controlled by outside forces. It is influenced by internal thinking. Change your thinking and you change your direction. Change your direction and you change your destiny. That is the power of mindset. Now let me ask you something. What are you feeding your mind every day? Negativity, doubt, limitation, or growth, learning, possibility? Because whatever you feed your mind grows. Your life today is the result of your thinking yesterday. So be careful. Be intentional. Be disciplined with your thoughts, because your mindset is building your future right now. Not someday, not later. Right now, strengthen your thinking. Challenge your limitations. Train your mind for growth, because when your mindset becomes strong, your future becomes unstoppable. And success has no choice but to follow you. Success is not to be pursued. It is to be attracted by the person you become. Now we come to the final truth. Everything we've talked about leads here. Not chasing success, not forcing outcomes, not begging for opportunity, but becoming the kind of person who success cannot ignore. Now look back at your journey. The growth, the discipline, the mindset, the effort. All of it was not random. It was shaping you slowly, quietly, powerfully. What you become is far more important than what you get, because what you become stays with you forever. What you get can change, but who you are, that is your foundation. Now listen carefully. Most people focus on results. They ask, when will I succeed? When will it happen? Why is it taking so long? But successful people ask a different question. Who am I becoming in the process? And that changes everything. Because success is not a destination. It is a byproduct of growth, a byproduct of discipline, a byproduct of consistency. Now understand this deeply. You are always becoming something. Every habit, every decision, every thought is shaping your identity. So the question is not, will I become something? The question is, what am I becoming right now? Discipline is the foundation upon which all success is built. Now let's reflect. There were days when it was hard, days when you felt like quitting, days when nothing made sense. But you continued. You stayed. You worked on yourself. You improved. And because of that, you are no longer the same person. You are stronger now, more aware now, more focused now. And that transformation matters more than anything else, because success recognizes preparation, not luck, not shortcuts. Preparation. Now let's go deeper. Success is not blind. It responds to readiness. When you become ready, when you become disciplined, when you become valuable, success starts moving toward you, not because you forced it, but because you aligned with it. The world makes way for the man who knows where he is going. Now think about that. Direction, clarity, consistency. These are what separate people. Not talent alone, not intelligence alone, but character. Now here is the truth. You don't need to chase success. You need to become someone who naturally attracts it. Through your habits, through your mindset, through your discipline, day after day. And slowly, something changes. Opportunities appear. People respect you. Doors open. Not by accident, but by alignment, because you became ready. Now let me tell you something important. You were not created to stay average. You were created to grow, to improve, to develop, to expand. But growth is a choice, a daily choice. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, repeated every day. So keep repeating them, even when it's hard, even when it's slow, even when nobody notices, because that is where greatness is built. Now let's bring everything together. Work on yourself. Build discipline. Strengthen your mindset. Increase your value. And keep going. Because eventually, you reach a point where something happens. You stop chasing success. And success starts recognizing you. Because you are no longer the same person. You are the person success has been waiting for. You don't need to force success into your life. You just need to become the right person. And when you do, success will have no choice but to find you. Success is not something you chase. It is something you attract. Now pause for a moment and think about the journey we just walked through. Working on yourself, building discipline, changing your mindset, increasing your value, becoming the person you were meant to be. This is not theory. This is life. Because everything in your world begins with you, not outside circumstances, not luck, not timing, you. Now understand this deeply. If you keep growing, if you keep improving, if you keep developing yourself, something powerful will happen over time. You will no longer chase success. You will attract it naturally, quietly, consistently. Work harder on yourself than you do on anything else. Because when you become strong inside, life begins to respond differently outside. Your thinking improves. Your discipline improves. Your actions improve. And your results begin to change. Not overnight, but inevitably. Now here is the final truth. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to keep becoming better. Day by day. Step by step. Moment by moment. Because success is not waiting for perfection. It is waiting for preparation. And preparation comes from daily effort. So keep working on yourself. Keep building your discipline. Keep strengthening your mindset. Keep increasing your value. And never stop. Because one day, you will look back and realize something powerful. It was never about chasing success. It was always about becoming the person who success could not ignore. Success is something you attract by the person you become. So stay committed, stay consistent, stay focused. And remember this always. When you work on yourself, success has no choice but to find you.